It begins with a noise you never want to hear. A rhythmic, metallic knocking rising from the depths of a $75,000 machine. It's not a loose bolt. It's not a bad sensor. It is the sound of catastrophic industrial failure. Welcome to the forensic files of the automotive industry. I'm your host, and tonight, we are dissecting the engineering crisis that brought the world's most reliable carmaker to its knees. This isn't just a recall. This is NHTSA campaign number 24 V381. This is the story of the V35A-FTS engine disaster. 045, the architecture of failure. To understand the magnitude of this crisis, we have to look inside the beast. The V35A-FTS is an engineering marvel on paper. A 3.4-liter, twin-turbocharged V6. It was the chosen heir, designed to replace the legendary, bulletproof 5.7-liter V8 that powered the Tundra for a generation. The V8 was a sledgehammer, simple, heavy, unbreakable. The V35A? It's a scalpel. High-pressure direct injection, laser-clad valve seats, electric wastegates. It produces 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. It is complex. It is efficient. And, as it turns out, it is incredibly fragile. The issue lies in the tolerances. Modern engines run on clearances measured in microns. A human hair is about 70 microns thick. The oil film protecting your crankshaft bearings? It's often thinner than that. In this environment, cleanliness isn't just a virtue, it is a structural necessity. 215, the Alabama Ghost. Let's travel to the Toyota Motor Manufacturing Alabama plant. It's a fortress of automation. Robots weld, scan, and assemble with surgical precision. But between late 2021 and early 2023, something invisible was haunting the assembly line. During the machining process of the engine block, the very heart of the vehicle, tiny fragments of metal were left behind. In the industry, we call this swarf. Machining debris. Jagged, microscopic shards of aluminum and steel. Under normal circumstances, high-pressure washes and air purges clear this debris before assembly. But here, the process failed. These particles didn't just sit harmlessly in the oil pan. They were mobile. As the engine fired up, the oil pump, the heart pumping blood through the system, sucked these shards up. They bypassed the filter during cold starts or high-pressure bypass events and were injected directly into the main bearings. 4 o'clock, the mechanics of destruction. Let's get technical. The crankshaft is the spinning spine of the engine. It floats on a thin layer of pressurized oil within the main bearings. When that debris hits the bearing surface, it embeds itself. It scores the soft Babbitt material. Once the surface is compromised, friction spikes. Heat builds instantly. The oil film shears. Metal touches metal. The bearing seizes to the crankshaft. The connecting rods, suddenly fighting a locked crank, begin to hammer against the block. That is the knock owners reported. It is the sound of the engine eating itself alive from the inside out. This wasn't a random occurrence. It was systemic. 102,000 vehicles. Tundras and Lexus LX600s. The flagship trucks. The profit centers. 6:30, The Corporate Nightmare. May 2024. The recall announcement drops like a bomb. NHTSA 24 V381. The remedy? There is no software patch. There is no simple part swap. The remedy is a full engine replacement. Do the math with me. A V35A-FTS long block isn't cheap. We are talking about complex turbo plumbing, high-pressure fuel systems, and labor hours that stretch into the double digits. Unofficial estimates place the cost between $20,000 and $30,000 per vehicle at retail rates. Even at internal costs, Toyota is looking at a bill that could eclipse $500 million. $500 million lost because of cleaning protocols. 8:15, The Chairman's Burden. Visualize Akio Toyoda. The chairman. The grandson of the founder. A man who races cars under the pseudonym Marizo. A man who famously declared, "No more boring cars." He has spent his tenure rebuilding Toyota's image as a driver's brand. But this crisis strikes at the core of the Toyota identity: reliability. You buy a Ferrari for passion, you accept it might catch fire. You buy a Tundra because it will run until the sun burns out. When that promise is broken, the brand bleeds. Akio Toyoda has had to bow an apology before. For emissions testing irregularities at Hino. For safety test data issues at Daihatsu. And now, the crown jewel, the Tundra, is failing in the American market, the most important truck market in the world. 10:45, The Dealership Reality. Go to a dealership right now. Walk past the shiny showroom. Go to the back. There you might see them. Tundras with their cabs lifted off the chassis. The cab off. Repair. To replace the engine in a modern truck, you often have to lift the entire body of the vehicle into the air. It looks like an autopsy. Technicians are overwhelmed. Parts are backordered. Owners are driving loaner Corollas while they pay $800 a month for a truck that doesn't run. The resale value of the 2022 to 2023 Tundra has taken a hit. Who wants to buy a used truck with a grenade under the hood, unless the paperwork proves the heart transplant was successful? 12:30, The Verdict. Was this fraud? No. There is no evidence Toyota intentionally cut corners to save pennies at the risk of failure. This wasn't the Ford Pinto. This wasn't the VW Dieselgate cheat device. This was a fatal flaw in the manufacturing process control. It was hubris. The belief that the new complex systems could be built with the same speed as the old simple ones. It is a warning to the entire industry. As we chase higher horsepower, better fuel economy, and tighter tolerances, the margin for error disappears. Toyota will survive this. They have the cash reserves. They have the loyalty. But the V35A-FTS debris crisis will be studied in engineering textbooks for decades. It is a reminder that in the world of high-performance manufacturing, you are only as good as your cleanest part. I'm your master forensic analyst. Drive safe, and check your VIN.